those tablets you vote on, if you're in Georgia, you vote on tablets, and then it spits out a QR code that you can't read unless you're a robot, and you go and feed it to the machine. Those tablets are actually coming from China, and China has access to editing. I won't get too geeky on you, but what's called the firmware. Everyone knows what computer hardware is, and software are the programs. Between hard and soft, there's the firmware. Firmware is the very basic program that's embedded in your computer when it starts up that tells the computer, okay, here's your keyboard, here's your hard drive, here's your monitor.
It's the control. It's the control system.
It's the control system, and China gets to edit that, which means there is no integrity.
Real time, uncensored, unstoppable. AlexJonesLive.com. Take a stand. Share the link.
You want to fight? You better believe you got one!
All this scuttlebutt is that this is going to focus on China. As I told you yesterday, I think, the deep state and China, who's having conniptions, but they're trying to make Trump stick to talking about, okay, China interfering by printing fake ballots, China interfering by messing in our voter rolls, and China printing fake driver's license. They don't want Trump to go into the machines because they're all hanging up in the machines themselves. However, even if he just sticks to China, so I don't pretend to have I'm not involved in any of those White House discussions, but I know all the research that's come up. I can tell you all kinds of stuff about China that we know. So, for example...
Well, you sent me grand jury documents that we revealed for the first time ever they tried to steal yesterday, where you have the people that work for the companies admitting that. I mean, that was smoking gun with your lawyer.
Yeah, in fact, I just resent it to Daria. Look at Exhibit 3 I just sent you, Daria. If you want to put that up,
well, she's at home with her son, but we can get in the computer and get it from yesterday. But you showed it all on the show yesterday. Just we know you're on record. We'll get it out in post too. We're live right now. But so what you're saying is that the question it's not going to be whether he exposes China, but will it be about them in the voter rolls, or will it be or will they just focus on that, or will they focus on the big kahuna of the machines?
Well, that's up to Donald Trump, and I understand no one knows but Donald Trump. Even in his own circle, he's shut a bunch of people out in the last 48 hours. He's trying to make that decision. But yeah, if you scroll down on this image, just scroll down a little bit. Scroll down. Meanwhile, so this is from this is a Dominion email. Stop scrolling. The Dominion email from the head of development in Serbia. They didn't even want to say that anything. He's writing to somebody in China. If you scroll up a little bit, he's writing to somebody in HP in China saying, meanwhile, the tablets arrive at Shanghai Customs. We're waiting for customs clearance now, expecting next week to get the tablet. Okay, you can take that down. I'll tell you what it means. Those tablets you vote on, if you're in Georgia, you vote on tablets, and then it spits out a QR code that you can't read unless you're a robot, and you go and feed it to the machine. Those tablets are actually coming from China. And China has access to editing. I won't get too geeky on you, but what's called the firmware. Everyone knows what computer hardware is, and software are the programs. Between hard and soft, there's the firmware. Firmware is the very basic program that's embedded in your computer when it starts up that tells the computer, okay, here's your keyboard, here's your hard drive, here's your monitor.
It's the control. It's the control system.
It's the control system, and China gets to edit that, which means there is no integrity. They can have a command in there that says somebody hits Control-1, open a port on the back, and anyone can come in and don't log it. In addition, it means
they can also divert people into a fake interface so they see one thing while you see another.
What that means is, right, what that means is the tallying of your votes is actually controlled by China. It's actually controlled by China through that mechanism. That's just one thing to know about Chinese involvement. Here's another thing, and I suspect you will hear about this tonight, because Kurt Olson did a beautiful job in the last few years chasing this down. As I mentioned, I lost half a lung a few weeks ago, so I'm a little under the weather. There's a company called Connect, Konnech. Every precinct and county in America, when you vote, you've got volunteers, you've got workers, you've got some HR software that runs and schedules their involvement. That's the Connect software package. It started by a guy from Michigan named Eugene Yu, who's he's a Chinese guy who came over in 95, got naturalized. China turns out to have all the information about 1.8 million election workers in the United States. It's stored back in Wuhan. And when this came out, that guy fled the country, landed in LA to change planes, was arrested, was held for a week in jail, and then was sprung from jail so he could continue his trip. He was sprung by two groups. One, this guy Gaston, who is the George Soros DA, and the CIA. So the CIA sprung him from jail so he could get away. So China has all the information on everybody who worked in elections. I mean, our systems are so permeated by China that might be the kind of stuff you hear about.
When the deep state removed Richard Nixon back in 1974, he had the highest approval rating of any president since they started doing approval ratings in the last 100 plus years. And so now there's this rediscovery of Nixon, and he's certainly anti-establishment. So we have an entire line of Nixon 2028 shirts that are extremely triggering to libtards and others. And so many other incredible designs now available at thealexjonesstore.com. But whatever you do, visit the site, the very best supplements, amazing methylene blue, the best bovine colostrum, collectible coins, the very best water filtration, highest ratings for showers and for your drinking water. All of it is symbiotic. All of it's a win-win. All of it is great. All of it empowers you and it funds our operation. Please take action now at thealexjonesstore.com. But whatever you do, share our new news site with the live video feeds, the archive feeds, the videos, the special reports, the articles at alexjoneslive.com. That is the coordinates of the Second American Revolution worldwide at alexjoneslive.com. And follow me on X at Real Alex Jones, on Rumble at rumble.com/The Alex Jones Show Live. You're the Paul Revere's. Tell them what the resistance is right now. You got all the power. When you take action, you're unstoppable. I salute you and I thank you. Now take action now at thealexjonesstore.com. They called me crazy. They called me paranoid. But now they know I was right. Tonight, more conspiracies that turned out to be true on this episode of I Told You So.
Reality starts here. AlexJonesLive.com. Share the link. Spread the word.